What's up? It's Kevin with Spark Investors, and today we're going to go over the 10 steps on how to be a homeowner. So both Nathan and Trace are in process of buying houses and looking at houses and going through all of these steps in the video here. So we'll update you on that journey and if we come along any other tips or recommendations. Step 1, have a good credit score. So as early as possible, get a credit card. Start using it for your everyday purchases and then pay it off at the end of the month. This will show that you're good at managing money, and it will help grow your score tremendously, easily to be in the high 600s, mid 700s. Without a good credit score, you're not going to get approved by a bank. So this is step 1, and start working towards that. If you've made some mistakes in the past, get that worked on and get that score up. Step 2, you need to make a budget. So you need to know how much you can afford monthly for a house. So I recommend using a mortgage calculator. Get on there, use that, and it'll kind of bring up an amount for how much of a house that you can buy. Also, you're going to need to add in escrow, so that's your home insurance and your property taxes. Those two together are going to end up adding about anywhere from 150 plus on your mortgage. So realistically, probably around $400. After you figure out how much you can afford, start looking on sites like Zillow and other things like that, and then kind of view and see, are those the houses that you want in that price range. You also want to make sure that you look into the areas that you want to live in. So if you're wanting to live in a highly populated city or a rural area, you're going to want to view that, and then that way you can take that to your real estate agent in the next couple steps, and they can point you in the right direction. Where you live is also going to determine what type of loan you need to get, and you'll need to discuss that with your bank. So you find one that you like and meets all your needs, then you can say, hey, this seems like it's great for me, and then start going through the process of getting a loan. If you've liked what you've heard so far and you want some more tips, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe, and then comment down below, and we'll make sure to take care of any requests that you guys want to see. Step 4, get pre-approved. So you can use whatever bank that you currently use, or you can use a recommendation from whoever. I used the bank that I've been using for a while. So I did an online application. We were actually going out of town, put that in, and they contacted me the next day. So with that said, and with my experience, they were like, hey, looks like you only wanted this amount, but looks like we can approve you for a lot more than that. Don't get into a situation that you can't actually afford. So if you set that budget and you know what you can actually afford, stick with it, because nobody wants to get foreclosed on. So step 5, once you're pre-approved for a certain amount, get with an agent. So you can do that either on something like Zillow, or you can start searching houses online, and then pretty much every realtor has a website, and they'll want you to put in your information in order just to view their inventory. So once you do that, they're going to reach out to you. So from my experience, that's what we did. We ended up getting on one of the realtor websites, put in their information, and they called us within like 10-15 minutes. And then we waited till we got pre-approved from the bank, and then we called them back and said, hey, we're pre-approved for this much. They started gathering a massive list of things that we could look at. Step 6 is a pretty easy one. So you're just going to look at houses. So your realtor is going to come up with and schedule a day with you or several days with you, and they're just going to look at houses, and they're just going to continue looking at houses until you find one that you like. So in our experience, we looked at 20-30 houses. Step 7, you're going to make an offer. So use the public record. So even on Zillow, it tells you what it was last sold at, kind of what's going on with the market on there. You can view what other houses are selling at, prices per square feet, and use that knowledge as well as discussion with your realtor and come up with a price that you feel like is fair, and then put in that offer. If you feel like it's priced reasonably, I mean, you can do it at that price. Highly recommend that you always put in for them to pay your closing costs. Some of them won't, but if you can, that's an extra fee that you don't have to take care of. Make a deal. So this may go back and forth. They may say, I want this much, and then you counter back. It may go back and forth for a little bit, or you may make a deal pretty quick. So on ours, we put an offer, and then they countered. So it was only like $1,000, and we just went ahead and took it. So step 8, you need to go over everything with your bank. And this is also kind of going into step 9 at the same time. You're gonna have to set up an appraisal. You're gonna have to get an inspected. You're also gonna have to get a homeowner's insurance quote. So you can use that for the same people that you have your car through. And often if you do this, you can get a bundle and it's a little bit cheaper. After all that's in, you're doing a lot amount of paperwork with the bank. So you'll need your tax returns, your W-2s, and you'll send that all into them. And then the very last step in step 10 is to close. So once you've done all the paperwork, went over the details of the bank, and got inspected appraisals, home insurance quotes, got a deal going, that's it. It's closing. So just a lot more paperwork. You'll set a date, and you'll go up to the title company and fill out a ton of paperwork, sign your name about 1,000 times, and then the deal's done. They turn over the keys, and you're ready to move in.
What is up, Spark Investors? It's Nate here. I'm just going to give you a quick update of where I'm at on the house hunt search. So I'm on step 5 right now. Me and my wife are currently in the process of trying to get ourselves a realtor to help us purchase the house. We've already been pre-approved for a certain amount, so we know how much our budget is, what we're comfortable paying a month for. We've realized what we can pay, the maximum we can pay, and then what realistically we're most comfortable paying per month that fits more into our budget, that's not going to make us house poor. It's going to put us at a really good balance. My credit is super solid. My wife's is not so great. We got to build hers up for a little bit. So my name will be going on loan only, and I'm actually using a rural development loan, which means I will not have to put a down payment on the house since the area is considered rural, and so that's gonna be super solid for me. It's gonna make my first home buying experience a lot smoother. It's also gonna make sure I get a pretty low interest rate, and it helps lower my monthly payments. The downside is it is capped to a certain amount because my monthly payments cannot be more than a certain percentage of, I think it's the whole entire loan amount. So yeah, that's where we're at. We're currently looking at houses. We've been browsing Zillow kind of casually, and now we'll be more aggressive looking at houses by contacting a realtor, and hopefully we'll be able to start looking at houses here in the next couple of weeks. And stay tuned for more updates.
Start investing with us today. Sign up for Robinhood and get up to $500 in free stock with no deposit necessary. And then sign up for Webull and get 2 free stocks valued up to $1,400 when you make a $100 deposit. Also, become a member on Patreon for other special perks. And don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. And as always, remember, buy stocks, smoke meat.